Hello everyone, welcome back or welcome to Safe in My Locket. I swear every time I'm filming a podcast episode, I'm in a black jumper. I promise you, they are all different black jumpers. I am not wearing the same one on repeat. I'm currently in Toby's, and guys, I may or may not have made it a little bit glittery, but welcome back to Safe in My Locket, episode 3. First of all, guys, what do we think? Should I mug quick for you? So feminine. What are we thinking? Do we like the blonde? I love the blonde. I have missed being blonde. I was blonde back in 2023 into 2024, and then I dyed my hair brunette, and I was like, you know what? I miss it too much. I miss it way too much. And considering on Monday, it's currently the 17th. This will probably be posted on the 18th. I'm not going to lie, because I have a lot going on today. I don't know how much I'm going to edit. But Monday next week, I turn 21. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. I have no idea when I stopped being 18 and when I started being 20. So me turning 21 is a bit of like, let's slow down a little bit. Let's go back a couple years. Hello, where has time gone? Anyway, since I missed being blonde so much, I was like, I may as well bring it back for 21. You know? So that's exactly what we've done. We have brought her back for being 21. We also, what else are we doing birthday prep wise? I know that I said I was gonna vlog, but I forgot to vlog my hairdressing appointment. And it also took like 4 hours. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to lock in and just socialize during those 4 hours. And that's exactly what I did. I spoke to people. I did get layers. I don't know if you can tell. Ignore the way my hair is like styled, because this bit feels curlier. I am currently learning how to style layers. And I am struggling so badly with trying to do the Victoria's Secret blowout. I've tried to do it so many times before. Hold on. I'm taking my hot water bottle off because it's way too hot. I did start cramping this morning. So I was like, we're going to wear a hot water bottle while we film the podcast. But yeah, where was I going with this? My hair never used to hold a blowout, ever. And I tried so many times and it was constantly just not working out for me. So now that it's a bit more damaged, it's holding a little bit more oomph. A bit more, you know? It's holding a bit more pizzazz and a bit more curl to it. But I'm still really struggling, so if my hair looks a bit wild for the next few videos, just know I'm trying. I think we should get right in, because I have a lot going on today, guys. A lot of birthday prep is happening. I have a lot of work to do. I have my birthday dress arriving. Fun fact, it actually arrived yesterday. But I didn't like the sizing, so I got a different size. And that's coming today so that I can compare them both and see what I like more and send the one that I'm not as keen on back, if that makes sense. And I'm also getting my nails done today, which I haven't had done in a minute, guys. Like, I'm talking since 2023. I just wear press-ons. I wear Primark press-on nails because at the end of the day, nails are nails to me. So it's not much different. But let's go into our segments of the week. So firstly, song of the week. Guys. I binged the whole of Off Campus in a day. In a 24-hour span. I started watching it on Friday. Finished watching it Saturday. Genuinely. Because I was getting my hair done. Me and my sister started watching it at about 8 p.m. on the Friday. Got through 5 episodes. We got to the beginning of episode 5. And then I watched episode 5 on the train. And then I watched the rest of it when I got home. And it's Wednesday, on my second rewatch, back at episode 5. I am obsessed. I am obsessed with the show. And along with that, I'm obsessed with the soundtrack. So, my song of the week is Cherry Pie by Warren, I think. Yeah, Cherry Pie by Warren. The scene where she's at the bar and she's trying to be like, you know, she previously walked in on thing. I'm trying to not give spoilers. On Graham doing some business with a woman to the song Cherry Pie. Since then, since she sung it in the bar, I was like, this is such a good song. So I went and I searched it up, and I've been listening to it on repeat. Along with that, a close tie is Sumi. When the song first came out, I'm not gonna lie, I did not listen to it like at all because it was so played on TikTok that I was like, you know, I was like, can't listen to it because I've heard it so much. But now that it kind of died down and it come back, and it's every time I listen, I'm like, yeah, Sumi, I wanna be wanted. I love it. I love it so much. So that's a close second. I would say Cherry Pie and Sumi are my songs of the week because I watched Off Campus. Okay, right. I'm not gonna get too much into Off Campus, but I love that show. I love it so much. It's filling that whole void that I had where the Summer I Turned Pretty ended. I loved the Summer I Turned Pretty. I did get the books. I never got through them though. But the show, I loved the show. I loved the show. So, it's kind of filling that void for me because I'm now like, well, I have a new show. They're in college. It's cute. But anyway, let's go to products of the week. The first one I can't show you because it's behind my camera. We finally have air conditioning, guys. When I tell you, with the heat wave coming up that's over my birthday, I could not be happier to have AC in my house. I genuinely, the first heat wave we had, I got, because, how do I explain this? I don't know what it is, and I don't know the science behind it, so do not ask me. Maybe ask Google, because I don't understand myself. I have a very sensitive stomach, especially with endometriosis, so when it's hot, I get sick, if that makes sense. And the fan we have, it was good, but it was kind of just blowing hot air when it was like as hot as it was. And where me and my boyfriend live, we live in a loft, basically. So obviously it was stuffy, it was hot, sleeping was horrible. My boyfriend's parents, very, very lovely people, they bought us AC because I was texting my boyfriend's mum and she was like, I hope you're okay, how are you, like with the heat wave? And I was like, honestly, I cannot think straight, I'm in a bad mood, I cannot do anything, I'm ill, like, I do not deal with heat, basically, at all. And they were like, yeah, no, that's not happening. So they got us an AC unit, which came in on Sunday. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So that's my number one because it's genuinely, it's gorgeous. I love it. Number two is this hair gloss. I use this every time I come out the shower. I'm not joking. I didn't use it today, but for the most part, I think I have this other hair product. I don't really know what it is. I'm not gonna lie, and I don't know what it does. But this is a gloss leave-in serum, and it makes my hair shiny. And I love having shiny hair. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of vibing with the damaged look of my hair at the minute. Like, not damage, but like, you know, it's been bleached. It has a bit more like fry to it. So I don't really know if I want to make it healthier yet because it's holding a curl really well. But anyway, this is just, if you want more shine in your hair, genuinely, get this. And the whole range. I have also got the one that you leave in the shower for 5 minutes. I never had the shampoo and conditioner or anything else. I don't know. I never had anything else from that range. But yeah. Moving on. We have this body lotion. It's from Avon and it's called Faraway Sparkle. It makes my body glittery and it also smells really good. I don't know how to explain the scent. Hold on. Let's try. Florally. No. Oh my god, lie. Coconutty. I'm on a beach in Hawaii and I need body lotion. This is what I'd use. Okay? So, great for summer. And then to go along with that, Megan and Luke got me Hawaiian Tropic Aloha Cocoa. I love this. So when I use my body lotion and then use this, I am like a disco ball, and I love it. I love being glittery. I love having glitter in my hair. I love being a glittery person, you know? So, she's perfect. I love, love, love her. And then my boyfriend's parents got me the Thank You Next Ariana Grande perfume. So I smell great, guys. I'm just gonna say, I smell fantastic at the minute. I can't get into it with the mic. Hold on. There you go, guys. There you go. I got it open. It is the little broken heart. I think she's actually sideways right now. There we go. She's so cute and she smells so good. Quote of the week. Grow in your own time. Oh my god, also guys, just before we get into that, do you like my Jellycat collection? We've got a brown rabbit, we've got a rabbit with a heart, we have a rabbit with a carrot, we have an octopus, and we have a duck. I don't know why the duck sat sideways, but I do still have my Chromie pillow. My Hello Kitty pillow is on the bed, but my Chromie, I'm kind of sat on her. Let's hold her. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Toby's my boyfriend. I don't know if he wants me to say his name or not, so I'm kind of just saying my boyfriend at the minute. He laid up all my Jellycats when he was cleaning yesterday, which was so sweet of him to do. I love that man. I love him so much. Going back to the quote of the week, grow in your own time. I always felt growing up like I was so behind everyone around me because everyone just felt like they were going off and doing more than me, and I was always like, I'm not caught up. Like people are way further ahead in life than I am. They're achieving more. They're in a relationship before me, blah blah blah. And I guess like some of the things I've learned that I'm gonna tell you about kind of fit into that, but I can't tell how I want my hair. Okay. Yeah, some of the things that I am gonna say in the next section of the video kind of fit into that, but I think it's important to know that you are on your own path and you're not behind, even if you feel as though you might be. Your path is not the same as someone else's. And that's so hard to accept because for so long I was like, I should be doing more. And I'll see people even younger than me be like actors and actresses, and I was like, why didn't I do that? Why didn't I? And you know what? You're on your own path. You need to let yourself breathe and live and just relax, to be honest. But we'll get more into all of this later. The last thing I want to talk about before we go into the 20 things I learned at 20, I want to talk about episode 2 recap. So, it's been an interesting week again. Okay, I want to talk about the episode 2 recap quick before we go into 20 things I've learned at 20. Episode 2, it's been an interesting week. I am getting a lot of old names pop up. A lot. Like, I'm scared someone's going to see this and think it's at them. It's not. A lot of people have kind of returned and have made an appearance in my life again. And I'm like, whoa. Like, I kind of knew this was going to happen. Obviously, I mean, I start a podcast out of the blue and then I tell everyone I've started a podcast. It's like, what? Like, why? What? Like, I knew this was going to happen. I guess I didn't expect it quite so soon. I don't know. It's been a weird week. It's been a weird week. Damien keeps posting me on his story. I love Damien. I love Damien so much. Every time I see that he's watching my podcast on his TV and he's posting it, I'm like, I love him. I love him so much. Just a lot of unexpectedness from episode 2. But we're going to jump into 20 things I've learned at 20 because the intro was so long, probably because I yapped too much about off campus, but okay. I don't even know how I'm going to structure this. We're just going to read out what I've wrote and like talk a little bit about each one. So number 1 is you have to love yourself even a little bit to accept love from someone else. I struggled with this so badly, because I never thought, like, oh, and it's such a cliche, it's such a gross thing to say, like, oh, I never thought I deserved love. But, you know, when you're like a teenager and everything that happens to you is the end of the world, that is kind of how it felt for me. I was like, I don't think I will ever deserve love. And therefore, when I met my boyfriend and I had this narrative in my head for so long, it was so difficult for me to accept love. And when when my friendships started, you know, maturing and becoming what they are today, I just found it so difficult to accept love from like everyone around me, because I was like, oh, I've grown up with this narrative in my head, like, I don't deserve this love. And because of that, I was unintentionally rejecting them and rejecting their love and affection. ASMR again, are we ready? I hope that was nice. And I never wanted to do that. But then also, because I was doing that, I wasn't giving them the love and affection they deserved. So it was very much like, not only am I sabotaging myself, I'm also sabotaging my friendships, my relationship, and blah, blah, blah. So I know a lot of people say don't get into a relationship before you love yourself, and maybe for the most part that's true. I did, and I had to learn how to love myself while being in a relationship, which was a whole different ballgame in itself, because I guess when someone's telling you something and they're like, you deserve love and you're a great person and you're this, you're that, and you've told yourself for so long that you're the opposite, you're like, what do you know? What do you know about me? But eventually I started to love myself and I still struggle, guys. I'm not gonna lie. When I ordered my birthday dress and I saw myself in it, I criticized everything about me. And I'd FaceTime my mom, I'd FaceTime my friends, FaceTime my sister, my boyfriend saw it. And everyone was like, no, you look great, you look great. But I was nitpicking every single thing that could have possibly been wrong with me. I was pointing it out. And it was horrible. It was so horrible, because I was like, I wanted this dress so badly, and now I'm in it. I hate it because I don't like how I look. So I still definitely struggle with it. But I think the way I reacted compared to what I used to react when I thought that way is different. And that's where I'm really proving that I have loved myself a little bit. And which is why I'm accepting love from other people and I'm giving that same love back to them. So instead of doing what I might have done 3 years ago and like seen my birthday outfit and been like, oh my god, this is horrible, I do not look good, I'm not going to eat for a week. I was like, right, okay, I don't like this. I'm going to size up because we're going out for food and I want to feel better about myself and I'm going to bloat. Duh. Not only am I going to bloat, I have endometriosis, so I'm going to bloat. Guys, if you've ever seen endometriosis stomach, you will know. If not, Google it. You can genuinely look like you're 6 months pregnant. So, I can bloat. And I was like, if I bloat in that dress, I'm going to feel worse about myself. And I don't want that. I don't want to feel bad about myself on my birthday. So, what did I do? I went and I ordered another size. One that's a little bit more loose, so it won't fit me as tightly. And I kept my other dress. It's in my room right now. And I'm going to try both on again. And I'm going to compare them and see what I'm most comfortable with. Instead of, you know, not eating for a week and then being like, oh, I need this to fit me, so I'm going to try and fit it. No. Clothes, no. Wait, hold on. I know what I need to say, but I am really bad with wording. You shouldn't fit clothes. Clothes should fit you, is what I'm trying to say. Outfits, clothes, you shouldn't be trying to fit into them. No, they should be fitting you. Like, do not put that kind of pressure on yourself to fit into a size XXS if you're a size M. Trust me, I've done it. I have done it. And the pressure, it's just not worth it. You look great. Either way. Embrace it. That is lesson number 1, okay? Lesson number 2 is start living in the moment or time will get away from you. Okay, this is difficult for me because I still struggle with it, but I know it now. So I can kind of snap myself out of it. I tend to be Like right now, even right now, I'm sitting here, I'm like, right, I'm filming my podcast, but in an hour and a half, Erin's coming over. Then in 2 hours, I'm getting my nails done. Oh, but I also need to get work done today, and I need to do work so I can post for this business, and I need to do this so that I can post for myself, and blah, blah, blah. Instead of just sitting here and being like, I'm filming my podcast right now, I'm thinking 5 steps ahead on what I need to do later. If you keep doing that, your life is just going to literally flash before your eyes. It's like when I go on holiday with my family every year, it's probably when I'm at my happiest and I'm most me and I'm most relaxed. So I'll be on holiday with my family and I will get there and I'll be like, can't believe it's going to be over in 4 days. Like, what? You've just got here. Me and my sister literally had this talk on Saturday because I was like, oh my God, this time in a month, we're going to be done with our holiday. And she was like, oh, I missed it already. And I was like, wait, we're not even there yet. Like, what are we doing? We're literally planning the end of our holiday a month before we go on holiday. Like, it's crazy. It's actually insane. So I do it when I go to a theme park, when I'm having fun, especially. That's when I'm not having so much fun, when I'm flaring up, when I'm not in a good mental state, sometimes it's good for me to think like that because I'm like, right, this isn't gonna last forever. I'm gonna think about things that make me happy that are coming up and things that excite me. That, fine. But if you're at a theme park with your friends, or if you're doing something with your family and you're like, oh, it's gonna be over soon, you're not gonna enjoy it because you're already thinking about it being over. And then when it's over, it's like, oh, I knew it was gonna be over. Like, just enjoy yourself is what I'm saying. Please. Enjoy yourself, have fun, live in the moment. Okay? Lesson 3. You are not on one set path. If you are unhappy, you can explore other options. Okay? I was so dead certain that I wanted to be a lawyer. Guys, I don't want to be a lawyer. There's not much for me to say on this because I can't really talk about it that much right now. I'll be able to in maybe like a few months, but I realized law wasn't the path for me, especially when I started working in social media. I was like, this is what I want. This is what I love. What was I thinking that I was gonna, sit and be a lawyer and do law things? No, that's not me. That's not what I'm cut out for. So what did I do? I changed my path. I was like, you know what? Because I freaked out so badly, guys. I was like, oh my God, I've ruined my life because now I'm studying for something that like I'm not even gonna do. And I was like, you know what? I'm 20, about to be 21. Why am I worried that I've wasted my life? No. So I changed paths, and I want you to know, like, it's so easy for me to sit here and be like, you could do whatever you want with your life, but if you have the things that you need to at least start researching a different career path or a different life path, do it, because your happiness is not worth the sacrifice of doing something that might make other people happy. So many people were happy that I was, wanting to be a lawyer. They were like, oh, my daughter, my granddaughter, my friend is going to be a lawyer. It's going to be a lawyer. That I was like, you know what? I feel so bad for not wanting this that I kind of forced myself to want it. It's not worth it. If you are unhappy in yourself and you know that this path isn't for you, don't sit and force yourself to go down it, because you're just going to be 10 times unhappier than you were at the start. Okay, I guess the next one kind of ties in a little bit with what I just said, but if someone else has it, you can work for it too. I am a little bit delusional. I've been called delusional before in my lifetime. Okay, I am deluded. I will see Kim Kardashian with a big house and 5 cars and I'll be like, yeah, I could get that. Because if someone else has it, why can't I? And that's a mindset that I've adapted for years. I've really had to work for that because I was like, oh, I'm never going to get to where I want to be, blah, blah, blah. But then I started seeing people that had it and I was like, I also don't idolize celebrities. That's another thing. I see them as people who just worked for what they wanted. So for me, it's like, if I want something they have, I can work for it and I can get it. If someone has something you want, you can work for it. There is no reason, unless you physically don't have the thing that you need to do it, there is no reason why you can't at least start trying. to work towards it, you know? Even if it's a different path, even if it's like not the exact same way someone else got it, there is no reason why you cannot get it, okay? There's not much else to say for that one, but I feel like it was important because I can get trapped in my own head a lot, and these are things that I wish someone had told me, if that makes sense. I hope it does. But anyway, oh my god, the next one I'm so big on. You don't need to drink to be interesting and fun, okay? I obviously, and I speak quite openly about it now, I guess, in the past like 2 episodes, I have endometriosis. I do not drink. I have not touched a sip of alcohol since April last year. And I did a bit too much that night. I don't drink because it's very inflammatory and I will end up in pain for days after, and for me it's just not worth it. And I used to feel so bad about it because everyone around me, especially when you're in uni, is like, oh, I'm going clubbing, I'm going drinking, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And then when you don't drink and when you don't club and when you don't do things, it's like, I don't feel interesting. I don't feel fun enough. You can be fun without it, okay? I spent so long beating myself up that I don't drink and I don't like going to bars and I don't like going to clubs, and, you know, I still like going shopping. I still like meeting up at a cafe. I like going on a picnic. I like doing something a little bit more spontaneous, like going on a boat or something. You know, there are still fun things about you, even if you do not drink. And I don't think that we should be made to feel like we're weird if we don't want to drink, because not that I have anyone in my immediate life that made me feel weird for not drinking, but sometimes when I'm at a club with my friends, and this is very, very rare, okay, or I'm at a bar with my friends, again, very, very rare, because I do not drink and I do not like bars. On the rare occasion that I am there, I feel so out of place because I'm like, this isn't me. You can do things without needing to drink, and you can do things without needing to club. And I think that that's really important to remember, because you're not weird. You're not weird for not liking it, okay? Let me tell you, I literally cannot stand it. And I still hang out with my friends and we still have a great time. Okay, the next one. Your mental health matters just as much as your physical health. Struggling is still struggling no matter what it is. So, a lot of the time when growing up, obviously we've spoken episode 1, I had a pretty rough teenage years. And preteen to teenage years, it was pretty rough for me. So I spent a lot of time kind of trying to diminish how I was feeling. So I was like, oh, I'm too young to be feeling like this. This isn't real. This is just like, you know, it's all in my head. And I beat myself up for so long that now that I'm trying to heal from everything, it's so difficult, because it's like, I put this narrative in my own head for so long. I just think that mental health needs to be taken as seriously as physical health. I hate how demonized asking for help is, and how, like, I see some people be like, oh, it's just attention seeking. It's just, like, why would anyone want that kind of attention? You know? Why would anyone want people to know them as the person that, you know, wanted to end their life? That's how I felt for a really long time. Because people used to say that I only felt the way I did for attention. And I was like, why would I do that? That's so stupid. And so insensitive. Like, I don't know. I think if you're struggling with your mental health, take it as seriously as you would your physical health, and take the right necessary precautions and necessary methods to making yourself feel better. We've sat up a little bit because I couldn't actually see myself on the camera sitting back there. I think I need to go get an eye test. I'm not going to lie to you. I think I might need to go and see someone and get my eyes sorted out. The next one, I forgot what number we're at. But when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. Guys, the amount of people I let back into my life after they showed me who they were, And it always ends the same. It always ends up in me cutting them off eventually. It's just I will spend years trying to wait for that person to change because I have belief that they will change. And they never do. Obviously they never do because they've shown you who they are. I literally had this experience again. This is one of those things that it's a little bit too close to what I'm going through right now because it literally happened like within the past year. Not even, like the past kind of 8-ish months. So I had someone who was a friend of mine show me exactly who they are. And instead of completely distancing myself, when they came back and they were like, oh, I'm sorry, like, I want to be friends again, I miss you, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay. And I had everyone around me be like, are you crazy? Like, this person had made you feel so horrible for literal months and months. And now you're just saying okay. And I was like, yeah, because I think they've changed. And I was making excuses for them. Guys, we didn't end up becoming friends again. If someone's showing you who they truly are, believe them. Because they're not lying. They're not lying to you. If they're showing you that they can hurt you and they could be a bad person, they're going to keep hurting you and they're going to keep being a bad person, okay? It's one of those things. The next one kind of also ties in. Not everyone has to like you. You're still likable if they don't. Obviously, I've said it a bunch of times. I grew up with a lot of people not liking me, which, I mean, I was a weird kid, so I'm not going to say anything because going back, I wouldn't have liked me either. But I grew up with a lot of people not liking me for multiple reasons, either who I was, how I acted, who I was friends with. I got a lot of judgment. And I used to beat myself up because I was like, what did I actually do to you? Like, what on God's earth could I have done to you so bad to make you just not like me? And it took me so long to realize that people are just gonna be people. They're just not, if they don't like you, they don't like you. There is nothing you can say or do that's going to make them like you because they do not like you already. So, I mean, there's very rare cases where, like, I mean, me and one of my best friends now did not like each other for 5 years. And now we're best friends. So, in some cases, things can change. But you shouldn't be busting your ass trying to get someone to like you because you want the validation. No. The only thing that matters is if you like yourself and if you have people who like you that you love. You don't need a big group of people. You don't need a big circle. You just need a few people who genuinely truly care about you and who you genuinely and truly care about. I think that's one of the hardest things because I always craved a huge group of friends and I was always like, oh, I need a big group of friends and I need us all to go out and I need us all to do this and do that. And then, as I got older, I was just like, you know what? It's just not everything, There are more important things, is what I'm trying to say. The next one, I'm not gonna lie, I still struggle with and I'm only just learning now. Not everything needs a reaction. I am a very reacty person, so I will react whenever someone pushes me a little bit because that's kind of like I've got that need in me to defend myself constantly. Not everyone needs a reaction. People are going to believe what they want to believe about you. People are going to say what they want about you. You don't have to respond. You really don't. Like, I know that urge of like, oh my god, I didn't do this. Oh my god, I didn't say that. Oh my god, I'm not like that person. I get that urge to then be like, why are you saying this? What is wrong with you? But the thing is, if people already believe something about you, and I've said it so many times, they will keep believing it because your version of the story is not as interesting. So, don't react. Just put your energy into bettering yourself and doing things that you love, seeing people you love, and just ignore. I guess I'm still really learning this because I'm talking a lot about this today, actually. I had a situation recently where I was pushed for months. And I kept giving little to no reaction, but I kept being pushed and pushed and pushed. And I was like, you know what? If I don't react, people will just stop talking. People didn't stop talking, and they pushed and they pushed and they pushed, and it got worse and it got worse. And the rumors that were spreading were spiraling. I cheated on my boyfriend. I fake my health issues. I am a terrible person. I have no real friendships. You know, I'm insufferable, blah, blah, blah. It just kept getting worse. And I wasn't saying anything because I was like, this will die down, because how stupid. Like, anyone who knows me and truly, really knows me, first of all, knows that I love my boyfriend more than anything in the world, and don't even look at other people. I don't even look at anyone else. Not even celebrities. So, people who know me know how loyal I am to my boyfriend. People who know me know that I am not faking anything with my health. And I guess this could be classed as me defending myself. I should shut up, actually. But I'm just using it as an example. I was pushed and pushed and pushed, and I reacted. I don't regret reacting this time around, because I think that it got to a point where it was like, okay, if I don't say something, it's not going away. But I really think that sometimes maybe I shouldn't have reacted. Like, I don't regret the fact I did, but maybe I shouldn't have, because the thing is, I reacted, they're still talking. They're still saying things, and it just ended up with me being in a really bad position. Not that I'm doing as bad mentally as I was, but it's now like my future. Where do I go from here, you know? I don't know if that makes any sense. But sometimes I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have reacted. If there's a situation where you react and you think that it's going to bite you on the ass, please just don't do it. Just don't. For the sake of you, not for the sake of them, but for the sake of you, do not react. Because you are just giving in to something that will just blow up in your face. You know? Okay, next. If it won't matter in a year or in 5 years, don't stress too hard. I'm a chronic stressor. Every little thing. I need my days. I need it planned from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. by the hour. And if something doesn't go to plan, guys, it's a bad day. It's a bad day. I'm learning very recently, like in the past week, that not everything's going to go to plan. Not everything's going to be the way it is in my head. It's fine. If it's not going to matter in a year or in 5 years, do not stress too hard, because it's not going to affect the trajectory of your life, you know? There's not much to say on that one. It's kind of self-explanatory. Okay, my next one is probably one of my favorites. Love comes at its own time. Do not feel behind if you do not find it as quickly as the people around you do. I didn't meet my boyfriend till I was 18. I felt so behind. I really did. I was like, oh my god, I'm so behind on love. I've never held hands with anyone. I've never kissed anyone. How are all of these people going off in long-term relationships and I've done nothing? It will come. It will. And I know that it can feel like it won't, but it will. And when it does, it will be such a refreshing and amazing experience that it will be worth the wait. And I know right now it could feel like, what if I meet that person in, you know, a year, 5 years, 10 years? And that could feel like a really long wait. But for the right person, when you meet them, it will be like, something will click in you and you'll be like, oh, okay, I can see now why I had to wait as long as I did. So that, to me, that is a really special one, because I waited. And sometimes I felt so stupid for waiting, because I was like, I should just like kiss someone spontaneously, because, you know, I've never done it before. And then when I was 18, someone I really love and care about was my first kiss. Oh, okay, this kind of leads back into what I was saying with my birthday dress and like all of the eating disorder stuff, but your body does not define you. I used to think, right, I struggled so badly when I was in my friend groups because I always felt like the biggest person there. And I didn't like it. I didn't like feeling big. I didn't like feeling like my arms were too flabby, or my stomach was popping out too much, or, you know, my backs were rolling up too much. I struggled with this so insanely badly. And then I realized one day, I'm not my body. I'm not my body. There is so much more about me than what you can see. And it didn't help that I was also at one point in a job where I was heavily sexualized and my eating disorder was heavily pushed. They were aware of it and they were pushing for it because they thought I, quote, looked good. Only one person there, but well, that's, again, different story for a different day. So that heavily pushed my thing. I rejected someone at that job and they just went straight to insulting my body, telling me I don't have the assets to, you know, be a corn star. Because it was this ongoing joke. I don't know, that when I turned 18 I was going to make an OnlyFans. I don't really know. And I was freshly 18 there, and you know, it was just this joke, and he just kind of looked at me and he was like, you don't have the assets for that, because I rejected him. Yeah, that was something. So for a while I felt like my body did define me, because I was like, okay, well, if my stomach's not flat enough, or my boobs aren't big enough, or my bum's not big enough, and my waist isn't slim enough, then what really am I? I don't know, maybe someone who likes seeing her friends, someone that likes spending time with her family, someone who likes watching Disney movies, someone who likes art, someone that likes manifesting, someone that likes social media. You know, there's more about you than just your body. Your body is literally the least special thing about you. There is so much more to you than what your body has to show. And that I can promise you. There is so much depth to you. And your body is so surface level. And the people that say something about your body are projecting because they're insecure about their own. I've had people, oh my god, the names people have called me, I won't even say, because they are actually they're despicable. The names people have called me, right? I'm not even going to say them because they're absolutely, trying not to swear, they're absolutely despicable and disgusting and made me feel horrible about myself for months. If someone's saying that stuff about you, they're just insecure on themselves. I'm sorry. It is the truth. Like, if someone's commenting on your body and the way you look, they're not happy with themselves. And it's so easy for me to sit here and be like, oh, they're not happy with themselves. Just, you know, ignore it. Forget it. I get it, okay? If someone says something about my body, I'm very much like, oh my god, is that how I look? Is that blah, blah, blah. You have more about you than them. And that's clear because all they can talk about is your body. And the things they're saying is not even true. They can't come for anything else. They're just using your body because they think that you're going to get insecure. Don't give them that. Don't give them that satisfaction. Yeah, growing up, I just had so many people say stuff about my body when I was bigger, when I was thinner, when I was skinny, when I was fat. People was just saying stuff about me constantly. Oh, you look great. Oh, you're gaining weight. Oh, you're this, you're that. And I'm like, oh. I'm a person. I'm Katie. Hi. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about anything else except for what you physically can see on me. You are more than your body, okay? I'm probably going to sound like one of those cringy YouTubers. You're gorgeous. You're stunning. You don't need to worry. People just get insecure and they just want to point out insecurities on other people. Okay. Knowledge is everything. Learn things and you will grow. I love learning. I love learning things. I love knowing things. I like learning new things. I like expanding my knowledge on topics. I think that the more knowledge you have, the more power you have. Like, you can really do anything if you have the knowledge to do what you want to do. Does that make sense? I hope so. There's not much more to say about that one. A lot of these are very self-explanatory. It's okay to outgrow the people around you. I've outgrown so many people in my life. And just the same, they've outgrown me. I've had people stop being my friend because they've outgrown me. That's fine. Okay? We're all on different paths. If your paths don't align, that's not a bad thing. It's just you don't fit each other's lives anymore. And that can be very hard. That can be a very hard thing to accept. But you are you. They are them. You kind of just have to accept it. As hard as it is, because if you try for something that's just not there, it's not going to end well, and it's not going to end well for either of you, because you're forcing something that's not working. Romanticize everything. I romanticize every single part of my life, because if I don't, I get really sad. I will blast music. This morning, I had my Disney ears on, my Rapunzel ears, doing my skincare and makeup, listening to Cherry Pie, Sumi, Sabrina Carpenter, everyone. I was literally pop girl list, bam, 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 bam. I was like, Sumi, I wanna be wanted. I was having so much fun just being a girl and romanticizing my life and living life. I love listening to music. Music's a big one on how to romanticize your life. When I go to the beach, I like to, take a little journal with me. I like journaling when I'm out in public. I don't romanticize my life as much as I should. I'm going to bedazzle the mic. That's how I'm romanticizing my podcast. Bedazzled. You just wait. I have spoken to my boyfriend and I was like, this is his microphone. I was like, I'm going to bedazzle your mic and it's going to be pink. And he was like, okay. So I'm going to pinkify this microphone. Okay? Be cringe as long as it makes you happy. I dread to think how many people are looking at me right now and like, oh my god, she's so cringy. Why is she talking? Why is she doing this? She's so cringe. I dread to think how many people are thinking that. And they're not wrong. Maybe it is cringe. A lot of the things I say are probably pretty cringy. But I'm having fun. Okay? I'm really happy. I'm probably the happiest I've been ever. Actually, I'm probably the happiest I've ever been right now. Because I'm just doing things I enjoy and I love. And then when it gets to that, like that first initial step of that first post, the first upload, it's like, oh my god, what am I doing? What am I doing? Who do I think I am? But then, once you bite that bullet, you're done. The hard part's over. You've uploaded something. People are going to see it. Lord knows people are seeing my stuff. To be cringe is to be free, okay? I stand by that. I stand by that rule. I'm very cringy, okay? I'm very affectionate. I'm very loving. And people can call that cringe. People often do call that cringe. But it makes me happy. Sitting here, talking to my camera, talking to you, makes me happy. With my little microphone, I feel so special. I'm like, oh my god, I'm sat here with my microphone and I'm talking to my camera. I'm so special. It makes me happy, so why would I not do it? I've got the Ariana Grande sleeves, oh my god. It makes me happy, so why would I not do it? You know? If I want to wear a certain outfit outside, Lord knows, when I go to Disneyland next, when I go to Disneyland Tokyo, mark my words, when I get the merch, I will be walking around with it. Sometimes I feel cringe wearing my Madison Beer t-shirt outside. Who cares? Who cares? We are literally on a floating rock. And I'm worried about wearing a Madison Beer t-shirt outside. What? No one cares. Who cares? Not me. Let's move on. Do not take criticism from someone you wouldn't take advice from. I've had many people criticize me before and been like, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. And I'll look at them and I'm like, not even that you're doing this wrong, because I can appreciate constructive criticism. But when someone's like, oh, your makeup looks bad, your relationship is this, your relationship is that, and it's just someone that I wouldn't take general advice from, I'm like, sure. Or if they're like, oh, your friendships are this, the way you act is this, and the way you do this is this, and your health is this, I'm like, you are opinionated. Damn. Oh my god. And I've had people in my life who are opinionated. And sometimes I'll reflect and I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. But then I'm like, is what they said true? And I'll sit there and I'll be like, I would not take advice from this person. So I'm not going to take the criticism either, because unless you're in a position that I want to be in, unless I would put myself in your shoes willingly and be in your life, I will not be taking criticism from you. Because if you're not where I want to be, why would I? If you're not who I want to be, why would I? If you're not the kind of person I want to surround myself with, why would I? You know? That's very important to remember, because it's so easy to let negativity get to you. But you are more than the negativity that other people surround you with. Okay? These ones are all kind of like mixed together, actually. So, bullying is more of a reflection of them than it is on you, regardless of what they say. A lot of bullying comes from literally nowhere. Someone just looks at you and they're like, Yeah, you. Yeah, you. I'm bullying you. And that's how it starts. It's not anything you do. Lord knows, oh my god. Last time I got bullied, right? Um, I wasn't even in school for weeks. I hadn't seen these people in about 4 weeks when it started because I had a bad flare up and it had lasted about 3 weeks. And then I find out that they were saying I faked my health issues and that I'm cheating on my boyfriend and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And I was like, I wasn't even there. I wasn't even present in the. I wasn't even the. What? I wasn't even there. Like, how are you saying all of this stuff when I. Like, what? And that's when it really clicked to me. I was like, wait, this is one of those times that I know I didn't do anything because how could I have? They'd stopped speaking to me because we were friends and they'd stopped speaking to me. And I was sat at home like, this is so weird. They're not talking to me. But I mean, I saw them, you know, on this specific date and they were fine with me. And that was the last time I saw them. Our texts have been fine. What could actually be going on? And it was just because they had huge egos and thought that everything I did was revolved around them. Oh, I'm jealous of their friendship because I had a crush on this guy when I lived with my boyfriend in a happy relationship and, you know, or, you know, I'm faking my health issues so I can avoid them. And, you know, these health issues I've had since I was 13, I pre-planned it in my head to avoid them. And it's just like, that was more sad. But these are the two main things that really frustrated me because whatever they say about me, oh, she's a bitch, she's this, she's that, I don't care, say it. But when you talk about my relationship and when you talk about my health, I'm a bit like, first of all, one of those things affects someone else. And second of all, do not talk about my health. Do not say a word about my health because it really frustrates me because it's like you don't get it. You don't understand. Of course you wouldn't understand. You never bothered to understand. So when all of this bullying started, I was like, this is such a reflection of you. Because what do you mean you have nothing going on with your life? That is what bullying is. Just people who have nothing substantial to say and nothing good in their lives going on. So they have to pick on you and pinpoint you and single you out to everyone else and be like, oh, she's this, she's that, this person's this person's that. And it's like, that is not who you are. Okay? If you can sit there and hand on heart be like, I didn't do that, or I am not that person, and this never happened, you know, then you're good. If the people around you know that all this stuff didn't happen and it's people that you love and care about and they are like, yeah, this never happened, she's not like that, she's never done this, that is all that matters. Okay, I had people blocking me and unfollowing me that I didn't even know when this was going on, never spoken a word to, and I was like, and you know what's funny, especially about me being unloyal to my boyfriend, when I confronted this person and I was like, why are you telling people this person said I don't know, and that they were being childish and they don't know why they did it and that they know it wasn't true. So, and you know what happened after that? They kept spreading it. So it's like, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, you're not, first of all, you're never going to stop people from saying things about you, okay? People are always going to be saying something, whether it's good or bad, people are going to be saying something. Just block it all out at this point. Block everything out. Be in a bubble, okay? Have you watched Wicked? Galinda's bubble. Stay in there and protect yourself because people are just opinionated. And people will say nice things, people will say mean things, people will say things. And it's just, you know, when all of this went down with me, I obviously told my boyfriend that this was what was being said, and he laughed. He genuinely laughed. He was like, no, there is no way they're saying that. Not an ounce of him turned around and was like, well, is this true? No, you know why? Because he knows me. And he knows our relationship. When I told my friends, you know what they did? They laughed. When I told them everything that was being said, you know what they did? They laughed. Because they were like, what? When I told my family, again, they laughed. The people that really matter and care about me and I care about, laugh. Because it's like, these people are crazy. These people are just bullying you because they're bored and they have nothing better to talk about and nothing better to do than make up fake stories of you. That says more about them than you. Because you're out there living your life and that's what's got them pissed off. What do you mean you're living your life and, I'm sat at home chub maxing? Like, what? Sorry. Like, what do you mean you're out living your life and I'm just sat at home doing nothing, so I need to make up rumors about you? Who is in the better position here? Think about it. And it happened, like, growing up as well when people said things about me, and I was like, okay, interesting. Do not take it personally. If someone's bullying you, it's not you, it's them, okay? Don't be afraid to let go of people who drain your energy and bring negativity in your life. This is so self-explanatory. If someone's draining you, if someone's bringing negativity into your life constantly, obviously, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I rant to my friends all the time. I can bring up negative topics. That's part of friendship. That just is. You're gonna talk about the bad, you're gonna talk about the good. But if it's consistent negativity about other people, about you, don't be afraid to cut them off. Because your energy you will feel so much more energized without them, okay? So, if someone's draining your energy and they're just not good for you and they're not treating you very nicely, don't be afraid to let them go, because it just makes room for someone who actually will be better to you. We're actually on the final one. And the final one that I've put is you miss 100% of the opportunities you don't take. If I had never sat down with my camera, I wouldn't have started a podcast. If I had never started a business, which did fail, guys, it failed. I don't want to talk about it. But if I'd never started that, I wouldn't have become a social media manager. If you want to do something, just do it. Like, what is the worst that's going to happen? Genuinely sit and think about that. Oh, I want to post on social media, but this person might make fun of me. And so what? They're already making fun of you. They're going to make fun of you if you're not posting. They're going to make fun of you if you're posting. They're going to make fun of you if you're, in front of them, if you're in another country. They're going to make fun of you. So just do what makes you happy. Take the opportunity, take the risk, because even if it doesn't work out, at least you know you've done it, and there's not that what if. I hate more than anything that what if feeling. Oh, what if I did do this? Then what would happen? Oh, what if I did take that opportunity? What would have happened? I got so bored of it that I just sat down and started a podcast. I was like, you know what? This has been a what if for way too long. We are bringing this to life. That is one of the most important ones, I think, that I've said. That was my 20 things I've learned at 20. I hope you enjoyed. That was a lot of yapping. It's been an hour. I'm not too worried about the timing of this, because obviously it's a podcast, and podcasts can tend to go pretty long. So, let's talk about what's happening in the next kind of week. Obviously, it's my birthday. I do want to let you guys know I will be actually vlogging over my birthday, because we've got a lot going on, okay? We've got a lot happening on Saturday. We're going to a theme park. Don't know which one. I've been in contact with Sammy D and Sophie and my boyfriend today, and we're all a bit like, the only person that likes a roller coaster is Sophie. And it's not even that I don't like it. It's my stomach's too weak. So, I can't go like too crazy or upside down or spinning, because my stomach's too weak. So we were gonna go to Thorpe Park, right? That was gonna be the plan. And I called my dad this morning. I was like, hey, are we going to Thorpe Park today? Not today, on Saturday. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna book the tickets tonight. I was like, okay, cool. I called my boyfriend. He's on his way to work. He's like, right, now I have to prepare to go. I was like, what do you mean? He was like, it's just preparing to go on the rides. And then I was thinking about it, and I was like, wait. My dad doesn't like roller coasters. My boyfriend doesn't like roller coasters. I like roller coasters, but I can't go on a lot of them because of my stomach. The only person that can ride roller coasters properly is my sister. The youngest one, by the way, out of all of us. And she's the only one that can go, like, upside down and, like, spin it round and round and round. So I called my sister and I was like, hey, because she really wanted to go to Thorpe Park. So I was like, hey, so I don't think we're going to go to Thorpe Park, because you're going to be the only one. You're going to be the only one going on any rides. And she was like, yeah, okay, actually, fair enough. Because, sorry, I thought it was raining. She was like, yeah, okay, fair enough. Like, no one's going to actually go on them. So now we're trying to discuss where else to go. You will know when I know, I guess. We're taking the next day to decide. Sunday, I think we're either seeing my mum for a bit, or me and Toby. I mean, Toby, Me and my boyfriend. My boyfriend's gonna cook us a candlelit meal because I also, fun fact, this is the one part of my eating disorder I'm not fully over. I can't eat out in multiple places in one go. Not on the same day. Not even on the same week, really. Okay? So, we were talking and we're going out for a meal on my birthday with Nahir, Erin, Sophie, and my boyfriend. We're all going for a nice little meal. And we were like, oh, should we go out for dinner the night before? And I was like, nope. I'm already going out for a meal once. I'm not going out for a meal twice. So he said he's going to cook us a meal at home. And then we were like, oh, my mum wants to go for brunch. Do we go for brunch on the Monday? I was like, nope. We're already going out for a meal. We can't go out for brunch. So I don't really know what's going to happen. I need to talk to my mum. But that's what's happening Sunday. We're having a nice, candlelit meal on my birthday to my boyfriend. I don't know if I'm meant to say his name or not. Okay, Toby. We're just gonna name reveal, name drop. Right, so Toby is planning my birthday for me. I wasn't allowed to plan anything. I think I do know some of the stuff that's happening because, guys, I don't like surprises. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big surprise person because obviously with endometriosis, there's a lot I have to prepare for. I have to eat right, the upcoming days to something happening. I've literally been eating anti-inflammatory since Sunday. Yeah, it's been interesting. I don't like a surprise for that reason. So I think he said we're gonna wake up, do gifts in the living room. Then we're gonna go to my mum's for a couple hours because she has gifts for me as well. Then we're gonna come back here. Don't know what's happening in the meantime between that and the dinner, but I know that Nahir and Erin and Sophie are coming around. We're all gonna get ready, all 5 of us together, and then we're gonna go to a meal. And Tuesday, I don't know what's happening. I thought we were gonna do something Tuesday, but I don't know if we will anymore. So by Tuesday, it might all be over. But my goals for the next year is something I wanted to touch on quick. Guys, I just want to be swag. I'm not gonna lie. I just really want to be swag. I want to be living my best life. I want to go to another country. This is the first year I'm not going to a new country in the past 3 years. I spent 18 years of my life never going abroad. I literally went twice, which I'm still very grateful for, but I was not conscious enough to remember any of it. So from what I remembered, I hadn't really been on holiday. And I just, I want to go to a new country maybe, hopefully. I want to career max. I want to diva max. I just want to try things, I'm really prioritizing girlhood as well because I love my friends. My Pinterest vision board, I'll show you some of the photos and you can see the vibe. But yeah, vlogging for my birthday, I just want to become the kind of person that I always kind of wanted to be now that I have the confidence to do it. Because I always kind of stopped myself from being the person that I wanted to be because I was like, I'm not confident enough for that. I wouldn't be able to do it. But now I actually have confidence. Thank God. Took a while. But now that I have the confidence to be like, I could be kind of swag. I could become this person. Need to get in the gym. Guys, gym. I miss the gym so badly. I haven't been in a month. I'm not joking. I have been talking to Erin and we want to go back to the gym. But instead of going to the gym today, we've picked to get our nails done. Because it's my birthday coming up, There's no pressure for the gym, but I want to get back in the gym. Mark my words, 22nd birthday, I'm going to have a great bod, hopefully. So, yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to talk about for my birthday. Scared to be 21, but also very excited. Is that everything I wanted to talk about? Oh, I also wanted to tell you about my podcast uploading days. We're now going to rotate between Wednesday and Thursday. Today, I think, would probably be uploaded tomorrow. Next week might be uploaded on Wednesday. I don't know. It's either going to be a Wednesday or a Thursday each week. It depends on how much work I have because obviously I work from home. So some days are a bit bigger than other days for work reasons, So I have so much work to do. I'm kind of behind. So I have quite a lot to do. this will be uploaded tomorrow because obviously I've got to get my nails done, and then I need to make analytics reports and everything, guys. My podcast will either be uploaded on a Wednesday or a Thursday. It's gonna vary, unfortunately, until I can find a stable enough routine. But yeah, prepare for my vlogs, my actual real YouTube vlogs that are gonna come. I'm probably gonna make one on the Sunday night because I do a whole like birthday reset kind of thing, and I kind of want to take you with me for it. So prepare for Sunday night's vlog. It won't come out Sunday night. This will all come out after my birthday, all of the vlogs, because I will be vlogging so much. And I also have to vlog for TikTok, and it's going to be like a big thing. Oh my god, I really need to get my work done before my birthday weekend. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of that. I am so grateful people are even listening to my podcast. I had 74 views on my last video. So unbelievably grateful. Thank you for watching it. It makes me feel kind of special. I didn't think anyone would listen, but thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful that I actually get to sit down and make a podcast now. But with that being said, I am going to love you and leave you because I have so much to do today and I still have to edit this. So I love you all. No, I'm not going to say that. I will see you all next week when I'm 21. I'll see you when I'm 21. Bye, everyone.